We generate power from heat. My most important issue is that we can provide people with this 24-hour power solution who normally do not get any power. The principle works with heat. Heat comes from different sources. For example, waste heat from the industry. We can also use geothermal energy from the earth. There are 1,000 possibilities. Contrary to other technologies, we need only 50 degrees or less heat. We use the heat, expose our fluid to gas. The fluid expands very strongly, and the condensation is less extensive. Pressure is generated which is passed through the motor-piston radial. The motor-piston radial moves and thus transmits the movement to the gearing. The gearing transmits further to the generator and here power is generated. Normally it is very expensive to dispose of the heat which arises in all ORC processes. However, we can reuse this heat in our process and do a preheating of the fluid before it flows back into the cycle. The efficiency of our plant is more than 30%. This is a considerably better value than all comparable plants in the market. We assemble the plants by ourselves, use approved components which we have optimally matched, and our fluid, which is our own development. We have partly changed the technology and patented so that it all runs optimally. The essential component, which is benchmarking, is the base load supply electricity. We can generate power 24 hours, 360 days a year, with constant quality. The problem in industrial use is that cold water is taken from public water, seas or rivers, and then returned heated up. The process in between, in the steel business, this is a heating up to 1200 degrees, which then has to be cooled down again, is very energy consuming and expensive. And we can say, we make closed cycles. You do not need any taking of water. You provide us with 60 till 80 degrees. We mix that down to the requested 48 degrees and you get back 12 degrees from us. Of course, we are of high interest for investors. We do have a guaranteed and projectable income with this power production, and our client is the state. This means that we sign a contract for 20 years, ensuring how much income we get. The second big point is, of course, we do something good for the environment. We save CO2 emissions for each megawatt we generate. We are both. We are profitable for the investor. We are green for the environment. You need a diesel generator for bringing power to remotely located sites in Africa or to an island state, for example Indonesia, Fiji or Hawaii, in order to provide them with 24-hour power. This is on the one hand extremely expensive, on the other hand very, very bad for the environment. Which means we bring regional energy to locations where it is really consumed. And all these issues about grid planning and grid building, which is actually lost money, this is what we save for the state. We haven't invented anything new. We've considerably improved something existing. As long as the Earth is warm, and the Earth will stay warm for the next 5 billion years, we can generate power. This is the good news.